Do you realize that some people who are showing off their speed are headed in the wrong direction? Hello, my friend. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by to watch my video. If this is your first time, this is that channel where I share with you the inspiration and the information that you need to overcome adversity and nuggets that you need to live successful lives. My name is Eyum, and in this month of January, I've been taking time to talk to us about things that we can do to make this year count. I've done 3 previous videos, so if you've not watched those videos, I'll put links to them in the description. So make sure you watch them because I believe there are nuggets there that will be helpful to you. So today, I want to talk to you about staying in your lane. Staying in your lane. What do I mean when I say stay in your lane? Stay in your lane means that focus on those things that are on your vision board if you have one. Focus on what you believe is your assignment here on earth. Focus on what you believe you've been called to do. Don't get distracted. Don't get sidetracked. And don't get discouraged. Every one of us in life have our lane. Your lane is that area that you've been called to serve. Your lane is those areas that you've been gifted to serve. Your lane is those things that are on your heart to do. Your lane is those things that you have told yourself you are going to do this year. So stay focused, stay on your lane. There are so many distractions in the world that we are today. We have our phones to distract us. We have the media to distract us. And if we are not careful, it's very easy for us to get distracted. And many times when you get distracted, you would have wandered a long way from where you were headed before you discover that you've actually lost track. I don't know about you, but there have been times when something just crossed my mind and I say, oh, let me just quickly check Facebook for this or to do this. And 30 minutes later, I'm asking myself, actually, what brought me to Facebook again? I got distracted. I came and I saw things that were exciting. And in the process of reading and commenting, I got distracted. And that is how there are also so many other distractions for us in life. But this year, if you will make it to count, you need to focus on your lane. Stay in your lane. And if for any reason you catch yourself being distracted, call yourself back to order immediately. There's no way we are not going to be distracted at all. But successful people are people that recognize it quickly when they are distracted and they are able to bring themselves back to track. Another way that you can focus on your lane again is to avoid being sidetracked. Sometimes you look at other people's life and it appears more exciting. It appears that their calling is superior to yours. And you are wondering, why am I not the one doing what they are doing? And you want to abandon what you are doing to do what they are doing. Avoid that this year. Stay in your lane. Don't get sidetracked. Things are not always the way they appear. Somebody may be making so much noise and it's looking as if things are working better for them than for you. And you are thinking, maybe it would be better for me to drop what I'm doing and start doing what they are doing. Maybe I'll be more successful that year. But I want to tell you that would be a waste of your time. If you're not called into it, if you're not gifted for it, then it's not where you are supposed to be. So avoid being sidetracked. Don't abandon your assignment to begin to pursue somebody else's assignment. Stay in your lane. And then another way that you can stay in your lane is to avoid being discouraged. There are many things that could get us discouraged. When things don't go according to our plan, when it seems to be taking too long, when we experience failure of any sort, when people betray us. So the list can go on, and we can get discouraged. And sometimes when you get discouraged, or many times when you get discouraged, you want to abandon what you are doing to do something else. But if this year must count, and you must record that progress that you want to record, then you need to stay in your lane. Even when you are discouraged, encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Because if you are looking for people to always encourage you, to cheer you up, to clap for you before you do what you need to be doing, this year may not count for you, and you may wait a long time. So be your own greatest cheerleader. Encourage yourself. Cheer yourself up. Discouragement happens to everyone. But the reason why some people keep making progress is because they don't let it keep them down. So if you are discouraged, encourage yourself quickly, pick up momentum, and continue again. So focus on your big vision and the goals that you need to pursue to accomplish that vision. And then focus on those things that you need to do to improve yourself, to make yourself capable of achieving those goals. And that is why I'm so excited about myself in the area of growth and the mastermind class that I have coming up. So if you're interested, I have a mastermind class on growth starting on the 27th of January. I only have a few spaces left. So if you're interested in joining that group so that we can encourage each other, because it's a growth environment, we are challenging each other, we are encouraging each other, feel free to reach out to me. So I said focus on your big vision and the goals that you need to accomplish that vision. Then focus on the things you need to do to make yourself capable of achieving the big vision that you have for your life. Stay out of competition. I once heard a story of a man that was driving on the motorway. He was driving a big 4x4 vehicle. And then he was just driving, enjoying himself. And all of a sudden, he saw a car speed by. This was a very small car driven by a woman. And he looked and he said, "What? How can this small car overtake me?" And driven by a woman for that matter. So he increased his speed. And before you know what is happening, he overtook this woman. And he kept looking in his rear mirror to make sure that the woman does not catch up. A couple of minutes later, he discovered that yes, he was well ahead of this woman and he was feeling good with himself. But he also discovered that he has missed his exit. So he had to now look for the nearest exit, turn, and begin to make his way back to where he was originally going. That is what happens when we allow ourselves to get distracted, to get sidetracked by what is happening in the life of others, and also to get discouraged because we feel our speed is not good enough. We go into competition, and before you know what is happening, you lose track of where you are supposed to be going to, and you end up in the wrong exit. You can imagine if this man had a very important appointment to meet, and because he missed his exit and he has to make his way back, and probably took him maybe another 1 hour to get back to where he was going to, he would have missed his appointment. So this year, if you want it to count, avoid any kind of competition. It doesn't matter if others seem to be ahead of you. It's their own race. Let them run their race and you run your own race. And stay in your lane. You know, in some form of competition, like short races, if you leave your lane to another person's lane, you are going to be disqualified because you have broken the rules of the game. And that is how it is in the rules of the game of life. When you leave your lane to somebody else's lane, you may be disqualified and you will miss your reward because you are not running the race that your creator originally intended you to run. Or you are not running the race that you set out to run. So stay on your lane and stay focused. As I round up, I want to share this scripture with us. It's in Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. I'll read it from the New Living Translation. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. It says, I have observed something under the sun. The fastest runner does not always win the race. The strongest warrior does not always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry. The skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. It's all decided by chance, by being in the right place at the right time. I want to encourage you. The fact that somebody is running very fast does not mean they win the race, because you could actually be running a wrong race. And that is why I told you at the beginning of this video that some of the people who are showing off their speed are headed in the wrong direction. I hope you don't fall into that trap. You can avoid that trap by telling yourself that I will stay in my lane in 2025. There's an unknown quote here I also want to share with you. The quote says, I am in competition with no one. I run my race. I have no desire to play the game of being better than anyone in any way, shape, or form. I just aim to improve, to be better than I was before. That is me, and I am free. I love that quote. I don't know the author, but it resonates so much with me. When you run your own race, when you stay in your lane, when you do what you are called to do or what is in your heart to do, you find that you will be happy and you will be free. And that is another way that you will make 2025 count. Stay in your lane. Don't put any unnecessary pressure on yourself. So thank you again for watching my video. I hope this has been beneficial to you. And if it has, why don't you drop your comment in the comment section so that I can know that this video is helping you. And why don't you also share the video? And if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Why don't you hit that subscribe button now so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. So once again, thank you, and I will see you again next week. Bye.